Well, discrimination comes in many forms, but how many people miss out on a job simply because of their name? If you've got the qualifications, the experience and the references, surely that should be enough. But as Jackie Quist reports, it's not.
There's a lot of ingrained prejudice still in this country. I'm angry, bitter, and I feel like as if I'm a second-grade citizen.
Australian-born Miroslaw Mirski says when it comes to securing a job, the name of the game is to sound like an Englishman.
My Christian name I changed to John, and my surname is still being looked at.
22 months unemployed, the qualified engineer with Polish heritage is convinced Aussie employers prefer Anglo-Saxon sounding candidates. Professor Andrew Leigh agrees.
The most callbacks come for Anglo-Australians, the fewest come for Chinese job seekers.
Professor Leigh and researchers from the Australian National University put employers to the test, sending out 4,000 identical resumes to measure reactions to different ethnic names, discovering that names were more important than the details and experience listed by the so-called candidates. Finding Anglo-Saxons were called back 35% of the time, followed by Italians, the Indigenous, then the Middle Eastern and Chinese job hunters.
They're all fake CVs, so we can be sure that if we see differences in callback rates between Ahmed Hariri and John Smith, that's actually racism rather than anything else.
After applying unsuccessfully for more than 1,000 jobs, Sudanese job seeker Anouk Lueth actually resorted to using the alias Daniel McLean. Of the 6 fake name applications submitted, he received 5 callbacks.
Asking ourselves, why is it that we're not being accepted?
Saturnino Onyala is Secretary-General of Australia's Sudanese Community Association.
But now we're being trained and being graduated here in Australia, and yet we find that we can't get a job. We find it extremely difficult to understand this situation.
The aim is to get the best person for the job. And the best person doesn't come from a particular background, is not a particular gender. It's the person that's most qualified and most able to do the job.
CEO of the Victorian Employers Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mark Stone, believes employment racism is almost non-existent.
We've got 25% of Australians that were not born here in Australia, and 40% speak a language other than English at home. So with employment running at almost zero, we've already got a very strong diversity across our employment population.
Yet Taiwanese-born Yahui Yang spent more than 10 years looking for work in Australia, according to husband Dirk Biddle.
And they see her name on the resume. They see an Asian name. They think, well, perhaps she doesn't understand and maybe not read further into her resume.
And despite meeting Australian standards, experienced anaesthetist Moataz Shaghi applied for more than 85 healthcare positions with no luck.
Everyone talk about shortage in medical workforce, but we are sitting here. We are ready for work. No one gives us the opportunity.
Where's the justice? I mean, as you can see, it's quite difficult to prove, and the employers at the moment have got the upper hand.
So you keep looking?
Keep looking.